Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is October 2023 and variant 32, complete pure mathematics paper 3. We are trying now. So, question number 1, sketch this graph. Whenever a modulus functions come, students, what is method inside modulus, whatever, put equals to 0 and try to get x value from here. That is coming from here half. So it means that we have, so this half value, you will take 3 values minimum, or you can take more even that, no issue at all. This value half, you will plug in here, or you can write 0.5, even no issue at all. One number before, I think 0 is another value, and one number after, I think I take 1. Okay, you can take one number before and one number after. Okay, I will as I plug in 0 in this place of x, look, I show you. So 4 times to 0 and minus 2, I get -2. Modulus will finish the sign. I got a 2. And when I plug in 0 in this place, so sorry, point half or half plug in, it become 2 minus 2, modulus give you 0. So I think clear. And when I plug in here, I plug in here 1. So 4 minus 2, 2, modulus is again 2. So I think clear. Now I plug in all values, I mean all 3 values, and I'm going to sketch now. And what is a way of sketching? So I get a few values, 0, 1.1, 0.5, and 1. So 0 is here, and 1 I will take here, and 0.5 is in the middle. So first value minus this one, so it is coming here. You see this point here. Now we're x0, y2. So just imagine this is 1 and this is 2. So x0, y2 is this point. And where's x1, y2? 1 from here and 2 from here. It is approximately here. And if I take a scale and I join them, I will get V-shape. V-shape, okay? This is a way to make it. Okay, I believe point is clear. So you understood why I have taken 3 numbers. One number is a turning point, and one number after and one before is a whole thing. I hope so that got a point. Now he said that part number B, first part done, B part, he said solve this inequality. Okay, we can do this inequality 2 ways, 4-mark question, graphical technique or algebraic technique here. But now, as you know this one, it did not emphasize on graphical technique, so we can do algebraically. So squaring both sides, whenever x involved on both sides, we can take square of both sides. Okay, done. After this, I will apply squaring identity. First term square plus 2 into first term into second term plus second term square. Same story here, 4x to power 2, -2 into first term into second term plus second term square. I get here 1 and I get a 6x plus 9x to power 2, 16x to power 2, and 16x and plus 4. I bring all values right hand side. Out of 16, 9 gone. It is giving us 7. So I get here 7x to power 2. 16 comes here, I get -22x. 1 comes here, I get a +3. So you write like this, students, or you write like this, both are same. Here, the mouth is open. Even here, the inequality mouth is open. Now, students, so 3 7s are 21. And I think so it's easy to factorize. So 21 and 1. 7x common out, I get x minus 3. Minus 1 common out, x minus 3. I get x minus 3 and 7x minus 1. So one time I get a 3 and one time I got a 1 by 7. I will make this kind of bell shape, and smaller number is coming here. Okay, I'm getting two answers, 1 over 7 and 3. And naturally, this is smaller number is here coming, and this bigger number is here coming. So bigger means what? You know, students, basic way, I'll just tell you both of, okay. So have a look here. If is a bigger coming, bigger than 0, so arrow will be outside. And you know the pattern done in ES level, if less than 0 come, the arrows inside. So I believe the point is clear. And how to answer in this particular situation, we have to answer is outside. This is my first arrow, second arrow. And how to answer less than 1 by 7 and more than 3. And you know, students, what is the technique? Okay, after having these values, we will check in the calculator. Okay, how we can check both values? I will plug in the top equation. Okay, like less than this one is a 0. Suppose x I taken 0 testing. Okay, critical points. So I put 0 in this inequality. When I put 0 here, I got a 1. And when I put 0 here, I got a modulus of 2. And that is a positive 2. And check it, 1 is smaller than 1, correct. So it means this inequality is correct. So let's go for second test. So this is bigger than 3. I think bigger than 3 is a 4. I taken 4, I plug in 4 there. 4 to 12 plus 1, 13. I put here 4 for 16 minus 2, 14. So 14 is bigger than 30. It's true. It means our both inequalities are correct, and we have done it. Question number 2, he's saying, yes, we have another way. Even if you want to avoid the long working, we can one right here. This one equals to 4x minus 2, and one time outside positive and one time outside negative. And I will break one time this with a positive value and one time with the negative value. This is the second method. We can work with the both, but I saw the marks, although not a worry about the marks, both were working is correct. So let's talk about the parametric equations. He's saying t is bigger than 0, it means t is positive. And he said he'd given us two equations. So x equal to log of t to power 2. And make sure so normally students do one kind of mistake. They think that, and basically formula after logarithm, if you have a power b, this power can come down and multiply. But this rule is applicable only if b is on the number only. But if I have a ln a and whole b power, now this b power cannot come down due to the log property, because the logarithm itself in the influence of the power. So now how to deal this kind of thing? It means this is a true and this is a not true. You cannot bring the power down. Okay. So what he said, find a gradient and gradient of the curve and the point when t is e. Okay, give you simplest form, simplifying form. Okay. So now how to proceed this kind of question? I give you one basic criteria. So whenever log of in the here, I have a 2t to power 3 and whole power 10. I'm doing a little bit hard idea. So first of all, we'll deal power. Power will come down and power become 9. And log base remains same. Now I can apply the logarithm of the base. So whole function will go in denominator like this. And in the numerator, the derivative of the function, and that is a 3 goes down, 6 power 1 less. So the whole function. Okay, now applying same story here. So what is the technique, student? Dx over dt. Logically, a left side variable comes up right side variable goes down. Okay. And this power will come down due to differentiation criteria. So I get this, and power 2 reduced by 1 into the base derivative, and that t will go in denominator without any change. In the numerator, the derivative of t, which is a 1, and I believe you got away and how I have done this kind of working. Okay, this is done. So dx over dt is over. Now let's talk about the second one. Y and t, an exponential function. So dy, left-hand side variable up, right-hand side variable down. Exponential function, all of you familiar. First, we keep as it is without any change. And times 2, the power's derivative. 2 has a 0, and t square has a 2t. And I can write simplest form, negative 2t multiplied before it. So this is the derivative is done. Now, students, this is okay. And I think this is just for your sake of your understanding for your future use. Okay. All right. And I must write here derivative. Okay. So what is a chain rule now? By chain rule, actually, I'm looking for what? I'm looking for dy over dx. So I will write two fractions, students. So this is coming in the first numerator. This will go in second denominator. So dy here and dx here. And third variable used in the question is t. And that t will come here and here. And this value I will copy from here exactly same, negative 2t e to power 2 minus t squared. And this value t up, x down, but here x up, t down. So it means I will flip. So this t will go up and 2 logarithm of t will go down. Okay, students. So I think up till here clear. And students, after this, yes. So I'm going to, let me check once again. There is a maybe 1 over t. So 2t, yeah, this is all okay. Yes, students. So what is the next plan? I will, because, yes. So this 2 is 2 cancel out. That's it. And I get what? Negative t squared e to power 2 minus t squared over log of t. This is dy over dx. And he said, find out the gradient when t is e. So I will find it at t is equals to e. So let's try to find out the gradient. So m is actually, this t goes there, negative e squared. When this goes there, is to, student, e2 minus, and here I got e to power 2. And e log of e is 1. I get negative e squared times 2e to power 2 minus e squared. And basic property, x to power 10 into x to power 3. Same basis, multiply power, add up. So this power and this power will add logic because same basis, and then multiplying. And I can say 2 from here and 2 and negative e squared. So finally, E4 minus E squared is a gradient, and that's it. And I believe the point is very clear. And now we go for the next question, number 3. He said that polynomial this denoted by P of x. So let's do it. P of x is equals to 2x to power 3, ax to power 2, negative 11x plus b. It is given that divisible by 2x minus 1. Okay, and divisible means at whenever we divide, okay, we do long division. And the end answer must be 0. Remainder must be 0. If I keep this outside, 2x minus 1, and the whole big polynomial inside. So this is a situation when he said divisible by. So what I will do, student, this I will plug in equal to 0, 2x minus 1 equal to 0, 1 goes there, and 2 divides, I get a half. I'm going to put the whole equation half. So when I plug in half everywhere, students, the 2 half to power 3, half to power 2, half and plus b. So student, this is actually equal to, because this representing the remainder, right? And I'm going to write here 0. So this 8 cancel, we got a 4, 1 over 4. Here a over 4. Here like 11 over 2 plus b. I can see that all LCM for 2 is 4. So why not multiply by whole equation into 4? So 4 cancel out. I get a 1. Here a 2 4s are 2 to the 4 and 22. I got 22 and 4 into b, 4b. So I can see here I got equation a plus 4b, and this is 20. Wait a minute, this is a sign problem here, is a negative. So this is a negative. Let me recheck. Yes. So this is negative. Negative 22, I got a 21. Negative 21 goes there, positive 21. Equation 1 done. And now, students, we will go for second. He said when divisible by, not divisible, sorry, divided by x plus 1, the remainder is 12. So I will copy this equation once again. And better to copy this whole equation and not even this. I will copy whole thing to save my time. So copy the whole thing and I'm pasting here. But he said not, he said x plus 1. So when I take x plus 1 equals to 0, I get minus 1. So I replace every x by minus 1. So have a look now. So this is the reason I save my time. I plug in every x by minus 1. Okay, when I plug in minus 1, students, so this is, he said remainder is 12. I'm writing 12, negative comes out, plus a minus plus 11 plus b. And this is a plus b. This is a 11, 2, you got a 9, and 9, yes, 9. And 12, we got a 3. It means a plus b is equal to 3. So now, students, the both equations, this equation number 1, I'm copying and I'm pasting under it. So when I paste here, students, so next sign change, this cancel out. I get a negative 3b and here 3 gone. And I got negative 18 and b becomes 6. And this b value, I can plug in any equation, but it's plug in here, put in 1 or put in 2. So a plus 6 equal to 3 and a becomes negative 3. And he was asking find values of AB. So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I believe the point is very clear. Let's go for next question. Question number 4. On a sketch of arc diagram, shade the region which point satisfying representing the Z satisfying is both inequalities one by one. So first of all, I will take this equation. And students, what is the method to write it? We will write in a special form. And what is that? Negative must common out. You can ask what the reason. Reason is very clear. This negative sign is fixed. And this represents center of circle. This represents radius of circle. But make sure this negative must common, not alone. It must be common. Okay. So I have done this first part. Let's talk about second part. Okay, this is I think for this reason, I just tell you few important parts. Okay, this is equation of x. This is x-axis. Okay, x-axis, or I say that real axis, okay? Okay, before I start, there's a very important thing I want to teach you, is will help you a lot to understand. This is x-axis in normal coordinate geometry, and there's a y-axis in normal coordinate geometry. But x-axis equation is the opposite variable equal to 0. I mean, y is equal to 0. Equation of y-axis is the opposite variable. I mean, x is equals to 0. Same story here. This is a real axis, real axis, real axis. But and this is imaginary axis, imaginary axis. But the what is equation of the real axis, the opposite variable equals to 0. So Im of z equals to 0. And what is this? Re of z equal to 0. Now I think this is clear if because passing through a region. But if it passes through or 3, okay, for example, this blue line can tell you it passes through 3. So this turned to be real of z equal to 3. And I believe you got my point, and that is the reason. So I think this part is very clear. And now I'm going to sketch the first one even. So have a look here how we can sketch the first part. First part is sketching. We have enough space, a circle, and center for 3. So 4, 3, and make sure sometime this number equal to that, sometime this number equal to that, then it will touch x-axis or y-axis depending upon the situation. Now student 4, 3, it means along x 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So this is a point, and I'll draw a circle of radius 2, So it means radius is 2. So this must be 1, logic, this total 3. Okay, I think we've got a point. Now I'm going to sketch both together. So let's start. First of all, I will make a circle. Done. And center of circle. And common sense, this is 2. How I know? Because it's 2 radius. Okay, 2 radius. How much this gap? Imagine I make a 2 partitions. This is representing 2. Same one here below. Why? Because this 3 represent this one. So I believe the point is clear. So this line I will make as a x-axis. Let me drag slightly up. Okay. And now I'm erasing, or I do later on, no problem at all. Now, important part, what is this gap for? So this is gap 2 already. I mean, look to 1 here, 1 here. So same, we have 1 here, 1 here. So this is a 4. So I will make a line here. I believe you got my point. Okay, now I'm erasing. You see, it's a very clear. This is a 4 unit, this is a 3 units. My diagram is a rough, but is a very close to accurate. Okay, and wait a minute. Okay, this is a done. And this center of circle I marked for 3. Axis, okay, I think mark little left side. And this is number 4, and here number is 3. Okay, and here I will write real axis. And here I'm writing imaginary axis. You can ask it's compulsory. It is not a compulsory, but it's good to write. Okay. I believe this part is okay. Now I'm going to, this is done. Yes, done. Out of 4 marks, I think minimum 3 marks for it. And now I'm going to make it this one. So it means there's a 4 naturally. No, sorry, there's a 3. So I will drag, this is slightly left side. I thought it's after that. So 3 is where? So 3 is in the middle of that. So it means it is here. And I take a scale and going to make it. And I believe the point is very clear. Wait a minute, student. Maybe slightly. No, it's okay. I'm going to make a black line. This is a line. Okay, students. So I believe it is clear. Okay. And students, Two arrows will make around and writing here real of z equal less than equal to 3. I think this is clear. Now we have to shade the what is both. Okay, what is this, student? It means the point in the circle, it is in the circle. And what is this? Left hand side, I mean less than 3. Less than 3 means this is called less than 3. This portion is called less than 3. Less than 3 inside a circle. So this is our region, which I'm going to make it with a green color. Okay. And I believe the point is very clear. Now he's saying find out the greatest possible value of argument z. Okay. So find out the greatest possible value of value of argument of z. What is the argument, student? All of you know definition of argument. What is definition of argument? Definition of argument is what? The shortest angle with a positive x-axis. Shortest angle with a positive x-axis. So now we'll check it. Which point is a shortest angle? Okay. Greatest angle of argument z. Now there are million trillion points are there. Okay, this point, this. So for example, if I take this point, if I join with that, this is an angle, I get it. If I talk about this point, I join with that, this is angle I talk about. If I take this point, the angle is from here till here. But if I talk about this, okay, I mean this will even not, we can say 100%. Okay, now students, what is the technique? We have to take it where is the point, which point in the shear region, which make a largest angle. And for that reason, I will draw a tangent. You see, students? And I'm going to make a blue line. This is a blue line. You see, I believe you got my point. Okay. Now, students, how we can find this one, this angle is our concern. This angle is our concern. So what is the technique? Okay, you know, students, but before I start, one thing is very clear. Because this point is, we don't know exactly what a point is. So what is the technique, students? I will make a right angle triangle. Okay. And if I join with this, okay, so this angle, and hold on, and this angle, and now rest this triangle. I have a two triangle, students. I'm going to make it. So those two triangles, this I given name alpha and this name I given beta. So if I add them both, I will get my answer. Hold on, how to get it? Very interesting. So I will make this both triangles. So C for center, P is this point, and this is a Q letter. I take it and here O. So first of all, I make both triangles. I will make it here. 4, 3, this is alpha angle. I believe you got my point. P, C, O. Second triangle, I make it the upper one, in which we have 90 degree. Where's 90 degree? Because angle between tangent and radius always 90 degree. So this is a 90 degree. I talk about this. Okay. So this is a 90 degree. This is letter C. This is letter Q. And this is the radius, as you know, 2. You see, students? The radius is 2. So this is 2 gap. This is 2 gap. So I can write it here, 2 gap. Okay, using this data, I can find OC. And what is using Pythagoras theorem? So I can say here, OC square equal to 3 square plus 4 square. I got 25 and OC square, OC give you 5. Why I need this? Because this will come here. This is a 5. And now I call it a beta. You see, students? I think you got my point. And I get this both angle and add them. That's it. And what is this one in front of opposite? So I'm writing argument. What is argument of Z? I'm finding directly here tan inverse because opposite by adjacent. And what is the beta? So opposite by hypotenuse is called sine. And I believe is clear. Sine inverse 2/5. And when you type this in calculator, okay, students, because this angle plus this angle will give us the largest, okay? And if we type in calculator, tan inverse T, okay? And this one. So my answer is coming in radian. In radian is coming, 1 minute, let me check. Yeah. It is coming in radian 1.055. Okay. So argument of Z. Okay, 1 minute. Let me, students, I'll check finally once again. Okay. This is my calculator because little error. Okay. So tan inverse 3/4 plus tan inverse 2/5. My answer is 1 point, sorry, 1 minute. This is a little fluctuation, hold on. 2/5 and 3/4. 2/5. Yeah, wait. This is a sine inverse, sorry, I typed wrongly. Yes, 1.550. So this is my answer, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. And if you get in degree mode, even no effect comes. And if I type in degree mode, I'm getting, because it not emphasize, it did not emphasize. So answer is coming degree mode 60.5 degree. So both are correct answers, and I believe you got a point very clear. Question number 5, we reach now. What a question we have. So you could, if you look at carefully, he said exact value, okay? And we have, if you look at carefully, we have x time, if you multiply inside, students, I get x squared plus x over x squared plus 4. And for your knowledge, in the power of the numerator, so numerator power, if numerator power is bigger than or equal to denominator power, highest power, degree, you can say, a degree equation of the upper and lower, if they are equal or bigger, is called it is called we special name with it. Yeah, it is called stuck my mind, okay. Mine stuck, okay. It is actually, we can say that not normal format, we have to do long division, rational form, we can say, okay. So this is we have to do a long division. So split the fraction, because this is not in special form. And what is a special form? Irrational. Yeah, it is called irrational fraction. We have to convert into rational fraction. How we can do it, students? Upper power should be less than, okay? So should be less than. This is actually current situation. Upper power is bigger than equal to. And we are bound to do long division. We have no choice. This will come inside. This will go outside. It's called proper or improper. Sorry, I got it now. This is a connection. There's a link. Is called improper fraction. Improper fraction. So actually, this is a condition for improper, but for proper, what is it that it should be less than act? Okay, so there's a reason. So let's go for improper. Okay, first of all, x squared multiply what? Give you this answer 1. So 1 multiply both values, I get x squared plus 4. Sign changes, this cancel out, I get x minus 4. And how to write, students, in a fraction form? This one you write first. This value you write on the top. And this write in denominator. And here always plus sign, dx. So this is called proper fraction, because the power of the x is 1, which is smaller than denominator's power. And I believe you got a point very clear. Now, students, best way and according to condition of algebra, a plus b by c, you can say a by c plus b by c. Same rule I implement here. So I can say x over x squared plus 4 and plus minus 4 over x squared plus 4 dx. I repeat my words. This x divisible by the whole fraction and minus 5 divided by the whole fraction. I think you got a point. And now, students, I will continue. I will split them all because all three have we have a different technique to deal. And limits I will write later on, no issue at all. Plus into minus 4 I bring outside. I believe up till here, no confusion. Now, students, here 1 point, 2 points are very easy and one is little tricky. Okay, what is the basic technique at this? So let me tell the formula. Formula is here. Whenever function in denominator, its derivative in the numerator, and power of function must be 1. So logarithm of function is our answer, plus c. So this is a one rule which we'll implement here. So this integration, but thing is that one important thing, what is a base derivative? Because function derivative I need. If we check derivative of this, so this becomes 2x and this becomes 0. So I need 2x actually, but 2x I don't have it. So I will do what? 2 multiply, 2 divide, because they cancel each other. Upper 2 I will bring inside and lower 2 I will keep outside. Now, student, I think you got this point very clear. Now match. Function down, correct. Differentiation up, correct. Whole power 1, correct. So I can see here, what is this integration, student? X. And limits are 0 to 6. And this half will stay outside. Logarithm of denominator, I will write only. And the top value will eliminate automatically. So this is done. I believe this part is completely over. Let's discuss about the other one, last one. For this one, we have another formula. And what is the formula, students? Integration of 1 over a square plus x square dx. So its answer is, because make sure both squares we need, number 1, and plus sign in the middle. So 1 over a without power 2 into tan inverse and x by a. This is a fixed formula. So let's apply same story here. So students, so what I will apply, you can see here, this minus 4 outside stay as it is. This is square of 2 plus square of x. Now I can apply this property here. So this 4 stay outside, but according to formula, this 1 over a, so 1 over 2. And I write in the bracket tan inverse. And this x and 2 will divide each other. And that's it. I hope so you got a point. Logic is very clear. So this is another formula, important formula, which you must understand. Now, student, I'm applying the limits. So first I plug in 6 minus 0. So, or I'll just write it 6 only, save my time. So when I plug in 4 here, 6, sorry. So what I get, student, the value when I type this in calculator, hold on. Okay, so when I type this separate, okay, and I think we have to type 6 squared, 36 plus 440. So logarithm of 40 minus, when I plug in 0, student, I get logarithm of 4. Okay, this is cancelled. I got a 2, students. So when I plug in 6 here, tan inverse of 3, I'm getting. And he said exact value we're looking for. We're looking for exact value. So exact value, student, means we cannot, we have to leave this as it is. And let's see now. Oh, wait a minute, just a minute, please. Hold on, let me check. It is basically this derivative is present of. Okay. No, 4 is extra. Okay. I think all correct. Okay. So student, let's try to solve it further. So what is the technique here? Tan inverse. When I plug in 6 here, I got a tan inverse of 3. When I plug in 0 here, tan inverse of 0 is tan inverse of 0. So when you know tan inverse of 0, it gives you 0. Okay, so this is no need to write it. And students, now if I check it, okay, and what about this? Logarithm of 40 over 4, I got logarithm of, because 40 up, 4 down, I get 10. Tan inverse of 3, okay. And now students, after this, so what I can write here, this 2, we can say half of a logarithm 10. And just a minute, please. I think we done. Okay, I'll check later on. If any issue is there, I will check. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I think point is clear. So question number next is number 6. And question number 6 is what? By sketching a suitable pair of graphs, okay, he said, okay, show this equation has one root in this interval, 0 to pi by 2. So it means I will make a sketch between 0 to pi by 2. Okay, we have a 2, left side, right side. Best technique, you make it them separate. Y equal to cot and y equal to 2 minus cos. Okay, so if you have no idea what to do, best technique, because we know it very well, this chord graph, you know, half up, half down. So that is why I'm drawing this kind of thing. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, and so number one, you done in this AS level, what this is called x's, and what is now this minus 1, not 1, sorry, one is called amplitude. Okay, anyway, if you have have no idea, suppose, so best technique 0 to pi by 2, and pi by 2 is called, okay, I think I will take here pi by 2. Okay, half is what is pi by 2 half? Pi by 4. And what is the average of these two numbers is, I think, if you take a calculator and take average, so it's become pi by 8. If we take average of these two numbers, okay, and what it comes, if it comes what, add them and divide by 2, it's come 3 pi by 8. And best technique, use your cot in a, what is a cot? 10, you know, 1 over 10. So use 1 over 10 and use 0. And guess 0, 10, 0, 0, it give you math error. So it means for 0, it give you math, but is it not say 0 plotting? So I will not even plot it. It's called math. It is like asymptote. I will make it or I'll leave it. Okay, because 0 is not required. Okay, anyway, pi by 8, when I plug in there and make sure it must be radian. Okay, students. So 1 over 10 pi by 8. And I get my value 2.4 something. 2.4 something, I make it here 2. For example, this 1, this 2, this 3, and here 4. So I got a 2.4 something. 2.4 is here. And if I plug in 1 over 10 pi by 4, I get a 1. So it means it's turned to be 1. And 1 over 10, if I go for 3 pi by 8, 3 pi by 8, so I get it 0.4, which is slightly below. And if I get for last one pi by 2, students, and I get here math error, it means undefined at pi by 2 again. Actually, you know, because at 10, 1, not infinity, 0 comes. If you type in, it will give you infinity, but not infinity is 0 actually. How come 0? Because 1 over 10 and pi by 2. And for your knowledge, 10 pi by 2 is infinity. And 1 by infinity is 0 comes. That is why this is 0. But if you don't show examiner, no problem, because pi by 2 is not a, oh, it's there. Sorry, it's included. Okay. So anyway, the graph is coming and because it's sketch, so not a big trouble. You can make it like this, okay? All right, now let's go for second graph. And second graph, students, what to do? You can use a function of table if you have it in your calculator. Okay, you can type in calculator directly, one option. Or second option, you can type these values one by one. Okay, no problem at all. Okay, and 1 minute, please. I'm using table function. And step is pi by 8. Step is what? Make sure, students, step is pi by 8. Pi by 8. Okay, my first answer is 1. You can understand from here. Against 0. Okay, then I get against 1.0, 1.1 approximate, slightly high. Against pi by 4, I get a 1.3, slightly high. Then I 1.6, slightly high. Actually, these values are, wait a minute, 2. Against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last is against 2. So graph is coming actually, students. So against 2, so graph is going here 2. This is 2. So I'll make this kind of graph. Okay, this is a graph I made. A rough, no need to make it that much accurate. Okay, because the sketching is there. He said sketch, so that is why. And I believe you got a point clear. Okay, and now we just say that as we know that simple statement. Yes, cot x equal to 2 minus cos x as 1 root. Because look at here, this is intersection point is called root in the middle of 0 and pi by 2. And I believe this point is very, very clear. Okay, students, I think this part is clear. And now I can go for the next part. Show by calculation that root lies between this and this. I have two options, bring cot right hand side or bring whole thing left hand side. Both are okay. I bring cot on other side. So I'm writing here f of x 2 minus cos x minus cot x. Or I can bring this left side or right side, no issue at all. So I will plug in one by one these two values. First, I plug in 0.6, students. Then I will plug in 0.8. Make sure calculator must be in radian. 2 minus cos 0.6 and minus cot, I mean 1 over 10. Okay. I just show like this, but I will type in calculator 1 by 10. You know it very well what I'm saying. So, okay, I'm going to type in calculator, students, but make sure calculator must be in radian mode. So 2 minus cos 0.6 minus cot, which is what? 1 over 10. And 1 over 10.6. My answer number 1 is coming negative 0.287. And now same story, I will do it with a 8.8. And when a 0.8 I typed, I got a positive 0.332. You know what, student, what the right statement here as, because look at the sign changes. As sign changes, sign changes. So root lies between that. Lies between 0.6 and 0.8. Now I just give you some clarity, then you will understand. Let's say any graph, look at, I just give you idea, I believe you will understand, inshallah. So for example, I have a, wait a minute. I have this kind of curve. Wait a minute. Just a minute. Okay. I show you. For example, I have this, wait a minute. This is okay, I'm going to show you what I'm going to show you. Let's say I have this point of curve, like curve, okay? And 0.6 is just here, just sake of understanding, and 0.8 here. Against 0.6, I have a negative answer. Against 0.8, I have a positive answer. And as a confirm at this point of intersection with x-axis, this number is called root. Common sense, if graph remains above x-axis, no root, or below y-axis, no root. When it will intersect, that is the root. I believe you got the point. And that is why you see 0.6, we got a negative answer. 0.8, you got a positive answer. And this sign changes confirms that the curve will intersect x-axis. That is why you got a 1 positive and 1 negative answer. I believe you got a point. This diagram is no need to show examiner, just for your understanding. Use iterative formula, and use this one to determine the root of 2dp, give you result of all till 4dp. All right. So I'll write the formula, and I think this is nothing hard, easiest part of the paper. Okay, thing is that I will plug in every n by 1. When upon here 1, I get x2, tan inverse. When I plug in 1 here, I get a what? 1 over 2 minus cos of x1. But my question, did he give you any initial value? Not at all. When not given, what to do? Take the average of these two numbers, 0.4 plus 0.8 divided by 2, which is obviously 0.7. So 0.7 is coming in the place of x1, and which I'm erasing to save my time, and I'm writing 0.7. And student, just wait. Let me type tan inverse in a fraction, upper 1 down. I have a 2 minus cos and 0.7 close bracket and close bracket. Hold on, let me recheck. My answer number 1 is coming with me 0.68. Hold on, I drag this slightly up. Okay, and my answer number 1 is coming, x2 is 0.6806, because he said 4dp. And now, student, I will plug in n1. Now I'll plug in n2. Where? Plug in 2 here, plug in 2 here. I get x3 equals to tan inverse and 1 over 2 minus cos. When I plug in 2 here, x2 is this. So I'm writing this value direct, 0.6806. And when I get x3, students, hold on. I just type again in calculator. Okay, and my answer number next is coming 0.6855. Okay, now I'll plug in N3 and I get x4 because 3 plus 1 is 4. And tan inverse and 1 over 2 times minus cos. When I plug in 3, x3 is this. I'm writing directly 0.6855. And answer is x4 is coming with me 0.6843. Now question comes, when to stop it? When you see this one, look, 68, 68, 68 repeating. But third digit 0, 5, 4. Now, I think next step, it will decrease more. So I think it will not change anymore. So if you see, if you round it here, don't round here. Now it's better to round here. Or I can check with N5, even 4 even. So answer is coming 0.68. So I believe the point is very clear. And we have done this question. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Let's go for next. Question number 7A. 7A, what he said. Express 3 theta as a 2 theta plus and identify identity. This one, prove it. Very interesting. I take LHS left hand side, which is cos triple theta. And I write theta plus 2 theta or 2 theta plus theta, no problem. Fundamental cos property, if you remember, alpha plus beta. So first both cos comes, cos alpha, cos beta. Opposite sign of it, minus sine alpha, sine beta. This is a basic formula. So I'm applying same formula here. Cos 2 theta, cos single theta, opposite sign of this. Sine double theta and sine single theta. Now, students, you know it very well. Concentrate. What is here? Single theta. What is here? Single theta. It means this is acceptable, but these two four angles are not acceptable. So we have to remove it. And so sine, we have a sine double theta. We have a special formula, if you remember. And that is 2 sine theta cos theta. Basically, this angle become half here and half there. So it means this will turn to be what? I'm writing here in the bracket 2 sine theta into cos theta. And make sure double theta becomes single. Here, no issue. Now let's talk about this one double. We have 3 formulas, if you recall, and I'm writing all 3 for you. First formula is cos square theta minus sine square theta. Second, 2 cos square theta minus 1. Third, 1 minus 2 sine square theta. All formulas for cos. Actually, sine has only 1, but cos has 3 formulas. Make sure. Now, which is effective? Effective means actually I'm looking for all cos. So I need everything in cos. So it means this is not acceptable because sine come together. This is not acceptable, sine come together as well. But this is the middle one I need. So I use 2 cos square theta minus 1 in the place of cos. And this cos remain outside. Now this cos will multiply inside the both 2 cos 3 theta minus cos theta. And this sine into sine becomes sine squared. And student, sine squared into cos theta. And okay, single theta, single, and single. It means angle is no more problem. Problem only one left. What is the problem left? And that is sine. Sine I don't need. And sine square formula, basic, you know, done in AS level, sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equals to 1. Bring cos squared on the other side. So I'm writing here 1 minus cos squared theta. But this 2 remains outside. Hold on. And this cos as well outside. And keep your eye on your target. Okay, so this is a 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta. 2 multiply inside, cos multiply inside. Negative 2 cos theta. Same story with the other one. So, okay, sorry for interruption. Okay, come back once again. Okay, so when you talk about the other one, so this is a negative into negative positive, and I got a 2 cos cube theta. And this 2 cos and 2 cos become 4 cos. And this give you negative 3. I think got the idea. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, right hand side proved. So I believe you got a point very clear. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the question is there. Okay. And this is proved, okay? So this proof done. So let's talk about the next part. Next part is said what? Next part is this one. Okay. But previous part can help us there. Okay. You see, okay, let me write it this there. This equation, copy, and cos cube, cos 3. First I paste only, and I check it is there, will work or not. I'm not sure about it, but I think so, because he wrote cos 3 theta. So I think idea is clear. So students, what is the technique now? Have a look here. So check it. Is this matching? Yes, matching. So all this value, keep it here. So 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta. This is okay, done. Now further part, cos theta. Now student, this is another trouble we have. This is a cos double theta. Single theta, not an issue. Now how to get rid of this problem? Again, we have a, 3 formulas, but the middle one will help us. So I'm writing here 2 cos theta minus 1 equal to cos square theta. So 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta, and this multiply inside with the both. And let me check. Yeah, plus 2 cos square theta and minus cos theta. Yes, let me check. Okay, correct. Equal to cos square theta equal to 0. So 4 cos cube theta square and square will give us plus cos square. And this give us minus 4 cos theta is equal to 0. And students, you know it very well. After this, you can see very clear that we can take common. What is a common among all three? And cos theta is a common. Okay, I'm going to take a common now. So cos theta is common. I get 4 cos square theta. Only cos theta and minus 4 is equals to 0. Now, student, after this, wait a minute, let me check. Is any changes there? Any changes there? Or yeah, I think up till here, correct? Okay. Okay, let's proceed. Just a minute, students. 4 cos cube, I think I done correct. 2 cos, oh, I did mistake, square I left. Okay, I got a mistake clear. Yes, student, I got a mistake correct here. Correct the mistake because it's cos square, and I by mistake I put here cos, but now it's cos square. So this cos square into cos, I got a cos cube, and this cos cube 2 and plus 4 give us 6 cos cube. I think now correct. And it's only cos square alone is this one, and cos give you minus cos, 4 cos. I think now clear. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Okay, so cos theta got a common from all, and I got a 6 cos square theta minus single cos theta, and minus 4 is equals to 0. One time this equal to 0, student, and one time this whole equal to 0. So I will write like this: cos theta is equal to 0, and 6 cos square theta minus cos theta minus 4 equal to 0. Now, student, here cos, the problem is that if you take a cos inverse, you will not get your answer. Maximum, it will give you cos inverse of 0. It will give you 0, sorry, pi by 2. But second answer, it will not give you. Hold on, let me check. Oh, it is saying first 2 quadrants only. So when I take a cos inverse, students, actually, which points cos is 0? For your extra knowledge, cos 0 is 1, cos pi is minus 1, cos pi by 2 is 0, and cos 3 pi by 2 is also 0. So if I find, and this cross is a very important to know, and sine is total opposite. Sine. So sine here zeros and here up 1, down minus 1. So it means when I find a cos inverse, I get 2 answers, pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. But this is out of range. This is out of range. So my answer is only pi divided by 2. Now, what about the other students? So 6 4s are 24. 6 4s are 24. I think we have to go for quadratic formula. And I write here cos theta and negative b and plus, because b, what is a, student? A is 6. I got from here. B is minus 1. I got from here. C is minus 4. I got from here. Okay, b square minus 4a into c over 2a. And no need to show full working. So we can directly get our answers. Okay, hold on. I got a 1 plus in a root. I have 1 and plus 4 into 6 into 4. And down I have a 12. So my first answer I'm getting is 0.904. Okay, second, I'm just checking. and it's naturally everything same, only sign is negative. So I'm getting what here, students? Other value I'm getting here, cos theta equal to negative 0.737. Okay, student, I'm going to type, and I think degree or radian. Oh, degree. So I should not write pi by 2 here, student. I should write here 90 degree and 270. Oh, same story here. I think you understood what I'm saying. Okay, so this is not a hard to understand. 90 and 270 and here 180. So student, let's talk about this one. So it means convert my calculator in degree mode. Okay, so cos inverse 0.904, I get students. So, you know, cos is a positive where first quadrant and the fourth. This is out of range, then is range. And when I find out the principal angle cos inverse of 0.904 students, and I am getting the answer principal angle 25.3. So 25.3, 25.3. But Lord, no need. So this theta back, and my answer is 25.3 degree, second answer. Okay, third answer. You know, student, tan is, sorry, sine is negative, cos is negative. So cos negative in second and third quadrant. And if I find out the principal angle, so cos inverse, please don't type negative sign. And when I type this in calculator, cos inverse 0.737, I'm getting here 42.5. Principal angle 42.5. So 42.5 here, 42.5 here. My first answer is this. Second answer is this. This is out of range. Is crossing the 180 degree. So my answer is 180 minus that. So 180 minus this, I get 137.5. So I got three answers, students. So one answer is 90, second 25.3, and last is 137.5. And I believe you got a point clear. Question number 8. What a question number 8? We have complex numbers. It's given as this. So let's try to solve it. So what is the way? He said a constant a and lambda. We have to show this connection, this relationship. So I think to simply cross multiply. When it comes there, lambda multiply inside. So 2 lambda minus iota lambda or lambda iota. And times to what? A plus 2 iota. Okay, student, I'm multiplying right hand side only. 2 lambda into a, I got 2a lambda in any order. So this I got a 4 lambda iota. This I get what, student? Students minus lambda time or a lambda or lambda a, no issue at all. Okay. And this one is minus 2 lambda iota square. But you know iota square is minus 1 because iota is minus 1 root. And squaring both sides, I got negative 1, I keep going to keep it here. When I'm going to keep it here, the negative, negative, positive, I save my time and I'm writing here plus. So student, after this, now I will just compare the coefficients, compare a real part. And so what is a real part and what is an imaginary part? Real part means without iota, 2 without iota, without iota. So 2 equal to 2a lambda and plus 2 lambda. I believe you got a point. Okay. And imaginary mean with iota, with iota, with iota. But I will not take iota. 3a come from left side and equals to 4 lambda and minus a lambda. I think the idea is very clear. Now, student, I feel because my target is without lambda, so lambda is there involved in both. Why not? I take the lambda common from here. 4 minus a, question number 2, and here lambda common. I think I can divide number first of all by 2. I got a 1 equal to a lambda and plus lambda, and then I take common out. So lambda and a plus 1. Equation number 1. And if I divide two equation with a 1, okay, or 1 by 2, no issue at all. So this I'm writing up and this I'm writing down. Okay. 3a by 1 left with the left. Lambda 4 minus a over lambda a plus 1. Right with the right. And lambda cancel out. Now cross multiply. This multiplying with that. So I get what, student? 3a square plus 3a. And 4 minus a is already here. All shift left hand side. This goes there. Plus 4a minus 4. And let's see. 3a squared plus 4a minus 4 proved. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Okay. So this is done. Now let's go for next part. He said that find the possible values of a and corresponding value of lambda. So no problem. I will go for it from here. So 4 3s are 12. 4 3s are 12. And 6 to the 12. I think factorization is possible. 6 to the 12. 3a common, I get a plus 2. Plus minus 2 common, I get a plus 2. A plus 2 common out, and I get a 3a minus 2. And I'm getting two answers, students. One answer I'm getting -2. One I'm also getting 2 by 3. And let's see, did he mention any positive? No, nothing. He did not mention positive, negative. Be careful when we have these kind of things. Okay. So we have two numbers, a -2 and 2 by 3. And both values I will plug in where? In any one equation. I think I plug in 1. So I'm saying here, if a is equal to -2, if a is equal to 2 by 3. Okay, so I am pasting both equations. Okay, here. Okay, and I'm going to plug in the numbers, students. When I plug in -2 here, so what I get? 1 equal to lambda, and -2 plus 1. I got lambda is equal to -1. Okay, done. And he was asking find a corresponding values of a and this one. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. So when I plug in this here, lambda and 2 by 3 plus a, this is becoming 5 by 3. It will go there, 3 by 5. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. I think point is very clear. Question number 9. Question number 9, what a question is saying that he given us this product of two trigonometric functions. Maximum point is given and x value is a. Okay, and he is asking find the value of a 2 decimal places. It means I have to go, and you know it very well, when line is a tangent parallel to x is a 0 gradient. It means in order to get stationary point, we will plug in derivative 0. But student, first of all, we need a differentiation, and how we can get it. Let's see. And you know, students, when two functions are multiplying each other, uv, and we are differentiating, students. So u copy v dash, v copy u dash. Dash means differentiation. So 1 by 1 will do it. So sine copy and cos derivative here, plus cos double x copy sine x derivative here. In this way, chance of mistake reduces. So cos derivative here, negative sine double x into angle derivative 2. And sine derivative is simple cos x. Okay, student, what to do onwards? He said, find it. Okay, so I will plug in derivative 0 according to the situation. I think here I have a what the situation? -2 sine x into sine double x. And here I have a cos double x into cos single x. Now, student, we have a what technique we have, how to handle, because either sine, because 2 ratio is not acceptable. Second number, we have double also available. Okay, so this is a difficult for us. I think best we have 2 ways. We have either you replace this one values first and then you continue, or I bring this whole left side, 2 sine x into sin x into sin double x, and cos double x into cos single x. If you bring 2 on the other side and this both value under it, it will look like this: sin x over cos x, sin double x over cos double x. I have another way also, but I think this is good for you to understand, or maybe a new way you understand: tan into tan double x. Now this is another way, okay, or you convert into completely, look at it, convert it completely in tan. If you can convert into sine or cos, all 3 options available. You can choose any one way. So what is the tan double formula? You know, tan actually theta, double theta is actually tan theta plus theta. This formula is available in formula sheet. And what is the formula? Basically tan first angle plus tan second angle over 1 opposite sign of this, negative tan first angle into tan second angle. Tan plus tan become 2 tan, so I'm writing here 2 tan. So 2 tan x. 1 minus, and tan into tan become what? Tan square. Maybe you find this harder way or the other easy, as you wish. So this multiply up only, don't multiply down as well, okay? So algebraic mistake could be tan square x, and we have here 1 minus tan square x 1 over 2. So students, cross multiply, okay? And I believe you're understanding up till now. If I do cross multiply, so I got what? 4 tan square x equals to 1 minus tan square x. Okay, wait a minute. I mean it. I have to cover up the whole on the same page. So I have to drag it slightly left. Okay, student, this is going there. I get a 5 tan square. I hope so you understood well. So we have, I'm doing it further here. So 5, let me recheck. 5 tan square x equals to 1, and tan square x equal to 1 over 5, and tan inverse, I get a 2 answers. Tan x equal to, okay, let me write it. I have 2 options. And what is asking for? Okay, very interesting part is going to come because, okay, yeah, first answer I'm getting it only. So tan x equal to 1 over 5 root, and tan x is equals to negative 1 over root 5. Okay, now a very interesting part I want to tell you here. Okay, students. Okay, so you know tan positive in which quadrants? First and third. And tan negative is where? Second and this one. So this all out. No need, no need, no need. This answer. So tan inverse of the root one. So when I take tan inverse and radian or degree mode, yeah, it is always radian, only given even pi form. You see, pi. So we given in radian form. And always whenever you do integration and integration differentiation, we always convert into radian mode, make sure. So tan inverse 1 divided by root 5. And my answer is coming with me 0.42, what is that, 2 dp? Yes, otherwise 4 to 1. So this is my final answer, and I believe you got a point clear. So students, let's go for next and exact area he talk about. Area, but important part is what here problem is this value I need, this value I need. And for that reason, you know, along y-axis, y always 0. So I will plug in first of all y is 0, and I will try to find, actually we have a 1 answer here, second, third, fourth, onward, many form answers we have. But I need after 0, first 2 numbers I need. So let's try to do it. So sin x cos double x. So I'm going to do it. First of all, put y is equal to 0. So I'm getting what? Sin x into cos double x is equal to 0. Either sin x is equal to 0 or cos double x is equal to 0. Sine is 0 where? You know, I just said before, sine is 0 where? 0 and pi. So it gives us 0 and pi, okay? And from here, cos 0 where? Cos 0 is pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. So it means I'm getting 2x is equals to 2x is equals to pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. Here we have a single, no problem, but here we have double. So this 2 will divide. And when this 2 will divide, students, I get pi by 4 and 3 pi by 4. So student, let's see the 0 for which two angles I needed actually. You know, here a best technique some students don't understand. So although I know these two I need, but if you don't know, students, what I will do, best way I type in calculator. Okay, pi is very clear, 3.14. Okay, student, and pi divided by 4 is coming with us pi by 4, 0.785, and into 3. Okay, I'm getting here what, students? So 3 pi by 4, it is coming with us 2.36. So student, let's naturally, these two numbers are smaller than pi. And we have a first 0, 4 answers, 1, then 2, 3, and then 4. I write in order. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. You see, pi, I got it. You see, we have the same pi, I got it. So look, I show again, this is a pi. I hope so you understood. So see, 0 and pi comes. So there's no need, this out of the main question. And we have to take these two numbers only, pi by 4. And so what is the target area? So what is the basic formula, students? Area, you know it very well. Down x1, up x2, here y, here dx. And x1 is very clear. I will use pi by 4. Okay, students. So let's go for pi by 4 lower limit and 3 pi by 4 upper limit. And this y is the same. You know it very well. So sine x into cos double x is equals to 0. So student, now I'm going for the yes, for the area part. And what is the method to do integration? Okay, integration. Check it. Yes, we have a. And did he given any extra? No. So we have no other choice. So problem is that two things we have. Okay, students. Again, you know that this cos double formula, we have 3 formulas. I go back and show you 3 formulas. You student, but you know, I will use which one? Look, I'll show you. I have 3 formulas, okay? Because we have a sine available as well. So I'll use a third one. I will use a third one. 1 minus 2 sine square. 1 minus 2 sine square. Let's go back. 1 minus 2 sine square. So I'm writing here area. Sine alone. I'm writing here 1 minus 2 sine square x and dx. Okay. And sine multiply, sine into sine, sine. And I got it. Okay, and all right. Okay, we have a power coming here. Power can disturb. Okay, let's see now what we can do further. Wait, let me see. Yeah, exact area. Okay. And all right. Okay. So let's see how we can do it. Sine was a sine minus 2 sine cube. So we got this one. Okay. And now, and we have, I think so, we have the same situation we have available here. You see, 1 minute now, 1 minute. Okay, how to deal with a sine cube? Because we need a problem only here coming. This is okay, not a big trouble. This is not a big trouble, but this is some difficulty we have. Okay, so what we can do it? Have a look here. What is the method to do it? So we can make it separate first of all. Okay, sine cube. Yes, student, actually we have a issue here, sine cube. You remember, student, we have a cos cube on the top. See here. See here. We have a question here, cos cube, if you remember. Oh, sorry, cos cube. You know this cos cube here involved. Same way we have a formula for sine cube, but it's too lengthy to do that way. Okay, then I will choose another way. What another way? Okay, student, rather than converting into sine, I convert into cos, which make question easy. This is also correct, not wrong. Okay, this way easier. So 2 cos square x minus 1. This will help us. How it help us? Have a look. Inshallah, I believe you will understand. So I break it 2 cos square x times 2 sine x minus sine x. I think this is okay. I will break 2 goes outside, cos square x into sine x dx alone, and minus sine x dx alone. All right. Now, basically, student, we have a one technique. I just tell you that technique. What is that technique? Listen carefully. If I have a function and its derivative is multiplying beside of it. Repeat my words. If I have a function and its derivative is available beside of it. Okay, students. So what we do in this kind of thing, this power I will increase by 1, as you know, basic rule of integration. Okay. Okay, hold on. I show this formula. So increase the power by 1, I mean n plus 1, and divide by same and plus c. And this will eliminate automatically. If you want to see one more example, students, I'm going to show you here. For example, I have a x to power 2 plus 1 to power 3. And outside I have a 2x. So this function's derivative available? Yes. So what I will do, student, increase the power by 1, so become 4, and divide by 4, and that's it. You can ask me, so where this gone? Actually, this base derivative is coming 2x. If I write 2x down, this 2x will cancel each other. So that is why I'm not showing that. So I believe you got my point. When I increase the power by 1, divide by same, and the derivative, this one will go down and that will cancel. So same story here. What is a cos derivative, students? The cos derivative is minus sign. Okay, I don't have a minus sign, but no problem. We can make it. How we can make it? 1 minus outside and 1 minus inside. I believe you got my point. Okay. And hold on, I'm going to finish the question, inshallah. Repeat. I repeat, there's a cos because I need the base derivative I need here. And you know very well the cos derivative is minus sign. Differentiation of cos is actually minus sign. This is very clear. So that is reason I produced. Okay. And minus into minus positive, no effect comes in this way. So now what is the rule of integration? Increase the power by 1 and divided by same. I mean divided by 3. Over. And limit is what? Pi by 4 to 3 pi by 4. Okay. This is clear. I believe you got the point. Where this eliminate? According to this rule, I said it will eliminate automatically. Okay, now students, and what about this? Sine integration is minus cos. And limit is pi by 4 to 3 pi by 4. This minus will go out positive, and I get this situation, but this negative will stay outside. Okay, now student, I'm going to plug in the limits. How plug in the limits? Get ready. Okay, and when I plug in this 3 pi by 4 there, okay, students. So just a minute. Yeah, okay. All right. So when I plug in 3 pi by 4, 1 by 1 I plug in, and let's see what answer comes. Okay, cos 3 pi by 4, I get root 3 by 2, okay, and they take a power 3. I got and divided by 3, I got root 2, negative root 2 by 12. Upper limit done. Minus. When I plug in this one, so cos pi by 4, I got root 2 by, and take power 3 and divided by 3. And I got 2 root by 12. Is a positive. And what student here? Cos 3 pi by 4. I'm getting here negative root 2 by 2. Okay. And wait a minute, just a minute, let me see the previous answer. Oh, it's positive answer. Okay. Now when I plug in the other one, cos pi by 4, it give you negative root 2 by 2. Okay. Now student, let's complete it. So root 2 divided by 12, okay, into 2 divided by 3. I got here root 2 by 9. Anyway, I'll check. Okay, what is the other one? Root 2 divided by 2. So multiply by 2, I got root 2. So root 2 divided by 9 minus root 2. Okay. And I'm getting answer what? Hold on, this is coming a little awkward answer, but anyway, I'll check. What is yes, is my answer is a little different. Anyway, let me check again. Where's the mistake? Yes, student, one mistake. Actually, 3 I brought outside, but I'm using 3 inside as well. This is a mistake only. So it means these two values only wrong. I'm going to make correct. Okay. Now I'm typing again. So cos 3 into pi by 4 and take power 3 of this. And no need to divide by 3 because this 3 went out. And this is giving us root 2 by 4. Okay, and minus sign. Okay. And minus formula coming, students. Now I plug in same story with a cos, but pi by 4. And take power 3 of this. I get root 2 by 4. Okay, root 2 by 4 into 2. And this is coming. And into 2 once again. I got here root 3, negative, negative, positive. So root 2 by 3, I think. 1 minute, let me check. Yeah, I think root 2 by 3 coming. But once again, please let me check finally. Then inshallah, I will complete. And root 2 divided by 2. Yeah, it is correct, students. Minus, minus, plus. And this is a coming, students, only root 2. So minus root 2, if I type in calculator, yeah, I'm getting here negative 2 root 3 by 2 by 3. Now you're surprised, sir, why are you getting a negative answer? Because students, very obviously, when area below x-axis, it is always come negative. If area above axis, always come positive. And that is reason I got a negative. It means there's 100% correct answer. And then eliminate the negative sign and answer is coming to root 2 by 3 unit square. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. And you have to eliminate minus sign. So this is what this really was very technical point. And alhamdulillah, I believe you have a good idea. So let's talk about question number 10. What a question number 10, student, is he's saying that line L is here, line M is here. Okay, and he said C is a positive constant. Make sure not negative. C is positive. I have to be alert. Okay, C is positive constant. And he's saying further, students, it is given that angle between LM is 60. So I just show you some idea when two lines intersecting, angle between them is 60. Line L, line M. You know, basically we have one formula, students, A dot B, or I can say B1 dot B2 equals to B1 magnitude into B2 magnitude into cos of angle. Hold on, I want to repeat what is important part. Whenever we have a line format comes, line format is this. R is equal to A plus lambda B. Before this is called a point. Beside of lambda, what the way is called direction 1. It means this I will take as a direction 1, B1, and this after mu is take B2. So I believe you got my point, what I'm saying. This is point, this is point. This is direction of the line L. This is direction of line M. So I will take both directions only. I will not take points, make sure. 1, 1, 2 dot negative 2 for C equal to magnitude of first, magnitude of second into that. Magnitude of this first means square of 1, square of 1, square of 2, add them all. Square of each number, add them all. 2 square, 4, 16, and C square. I believe there's nothing hard up till now. Okay, now, but angle is given by him as 60 students. I will plug in 60. And cos 60 is actually equal to sine 30 is half. Okay, what about this? Dot product, the corresponding position values multiply and add them all is a rule of dot. This is called dot. So this formula is called dot product formula. And second name in books is called scalar product formula. So two names are there, scalar product or dot product formula. Okay, so negative 2 comes here, students, is here, and 4 ones are 4 and plus 2C. Okay. And this is a root 6. All right. This is a 20 root 20 plus C squared. Okay. And cos 60 is half, I said before. So this is I think this create can issue. So 2 multiply there. So this is actually, let me write this a positive 2. I save my time and I'm writing here positive 2. So 2 multiply with the both, I got a 4 plus 4C equal to root 6 and root of 20 plus C to power 2. And student, I will square both sides to get rid of the root. So I get a squaring both sides like this and square this. Here, you know, you can ask one question to me. Why are you squaring separate this right-hand side? Because a product and multiply sign, you know, basic criteria, multiply sign, you can apply. So this is becoming, you're going to use squaring identity. And squaring identity, I'm going to apply, but wait a minute, 1 minute, please. 60 angle. I think all okay. Yes, okay. So let's apply. So first term square plus 2 into first term into second term plus second term square. I was observing 4 marks only, but it's too lengthy. But anyway, no problem. Square of this is 6 only, and square of this will give you 20 plus C squared. So 16 plus 16 to the 32C and plus 16C squared. And is equals to 120 plus 6C squared. Okay, this 6 will subtract from here. I get a 10C squared. And this plus 32C, I already, this is gone, and minus 104 equal to 0. Okay, students, now I'm going to apply the value, apply the quadratic yeah, you can apply quadratic formula. Okay, and I save my time just writing negative B plus and minus B squared minus 4A into C over 2A. No need to show the further working. Okay, I'm getting negative 32 outside plus root 32 square and plus 4 times to 10 into 104, and down I have a 20, 0. My answer is coming with two answer. Okay, second answer, I think definitely coming negative. So I will not take the negative value because he said on the top that C must be positive, as he said. But I will show my working, then I will leave it. And my second answer is coming negative 26 over 5, ignore. And because he said on the top, A, C is a positive, that is fine. So I believe the whole point is very, very clear. Part number B, show the length of perpendicular from this point. So point is this, and line L is this. He said perpendicular. You know, I just show you what the reason I'm going to make like this. So this is, I'm giving line L is this. This is F of foot of perpendicular. This point 6 minus 3, 6. Okay. Important part is what? Well, let me write copy equation of line L. Line L, R is equal to 3 negative 2, 1 plus lambda times 2, 1, 1, 2. So this equation I need. Cut from here and paste here. Okay, line L is this. So first of all, what is a whole planning? So first of all, try to understand a planning. He said that show the length of perpendicular from this to this. So this distance is my target, but is only possible if I get a foot of perpendicular coordinates. But how to get coordinates? And my question, if you are standing here and you this, so which point is the closest to you? Naturally, this is a 90 degree. If 90 degree makes it is the closest point, and it's called perpendicular always. So it means this is a 90 degree for sure. And 90 degree, we have a special rule, students, if you know it. And if I use even this one rule and put 90 degree, so this cos 90 is 0. You can check in calculator. If I type cos 90 0, if this is 0, students, so this whole 0 and dot product of 2 is equal to 0. So it means whenever two lines are perpendicular to each other, their dot product must be equals to 0. Okay, this I label as a PF. So planning is what, students? PF vector dot, and this direction is here. B1 is equals to 0. Repeat my words. PF vector and line direction and dot product 0. And you can ask me, sir, how you, because this I'll always take the direction of the line. I never take the point. Always take direction of the line because that represents the direction and vector. So plan is very clear, but B1 I have it, no, not a big deal. But where is a PF? So how to get a PF? There's the most important point. So P we have it. If I have the F coordinate, I will get my answer. And basically, you know, student, when I convert any line in standard form of line, what will happen, students? So 3 and lambda multiply inside I coefficient, I get 3 plus lambda. JJ coefficient, I get negative 2 plus lambda. And KK coefficient 1 plus 2 lambda. I believe you got my point. This is actually, you can say that this is a F coordinates. Okay, F coordinates 3 plus lambda, comma, negative 2 plus lambda, comma, 1 plus 2 lambda. And for your knowledge, this point represent million trillion points on the line. Even it expresses the F coordinates even. You know the nature when I plug in lambda some number, for example, 1, 1, 1. Maybe I come here. If I plug in lambda 2, 2, 2, maybe I reach here. If I plug in lambda 3, 3, 3, maybe I reach here. If I plug lambda 4, maybe I reach here. Okay, so let's see where it's coming. Okay, so this is a F, but I'm looking for PF vector. And what is the technique to get a PF vector, students? Basically, we know the rule AB vector is actually OB minus OA. Wave vector ending that come with the origin. So for example, CD vector, OD minus OC. So what about PF vector? OF minus OP. And students, this is OF, this is OF, or this is OF as well. So if I just introduce O, it will come in this format. Without O, we have a coordinate system. So this is a conversion of coordinate into vector form. Anyway, so OF minus OP equals to answer. OP is this, so 6 minus 3, 6. OF is this, 3 plus lambda minus 2 plus lambda, 1 plus 2 lambda. Okay, I subtract these two values, 3 minus 6, I get negative 3 plus lambda. Negative 2, negative plus 1 plus lambda. 1 minus 6 minus 5 plus 2 lambda. So student, PF is ready. Okay, PF is ready. Direction of the line is ready and dot product equal to 0. So now I'm bringing this whole concept here. So now this dot direction of the line, and I believe inshallah you will understand in next few moments. And what is the B1 1 1 2 direction of the line 1 1 2, and dot product, you just know corresponding values multiply and add them. So this multiply, we got a negative 3 plus lambda. This multiply, I get a 1 plus lambda, and negative 10 plus 4 lambda is equal to 0. So lambda, lambda 2 and 4 become a 6 lambda. 10 and 3, 13, 1 gone, 12, negative 12. And lambda becomes 2. It means at this point, lambda is 2. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I think you got my point. And when I plug in this lambda 2 here, I will get a F coordinates. So that is why student, or I plug in it here, no problem. So I take this coordinates, copy, and I find F coordinates, paste. So what I get F coordinates, students? So F coordinates. So F coordinates, so 2 plus 3, 5. 2 minus 2, I got a 0. And 2 to the 4 plus 1, 5. Now applying distance formula. Make sure students, so P is this. P is this. And applying distance formula. So distance formula, student, nothing hard. You know it very well, the length, distance. So y2 x2 minus x1 whole square, I get 6 minus 5 whole square. This minus that, negative 3 minus 0. This minus this, so 6 minus 5. And here I got a 1, and here I got a 9, and here I got a 1, and root 11 is a distance units. It means this distance is root 11. And I believe you got my point. Oh, sorry, we have to prove it. So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, done it. Question number 11. What question number 11 is asking for? He said, differential equation given, and given condition, we have to make a y subject. Y in terms of x means y subject. So job number 1, separation of variables. Separation of variables. So how we can do, students? First of all, bring this both on the right hand side. Otherwise, we cannot proceed. So dy over dx, negative y squared, negative y. Then student cross multiply. This multiply there, and ultimate target is to make a loan. Dy is equals to negative, you write outside, and y squared plus y into dx. Now this whole thing will go under y, and x squared come this way. Negative you can bring left, or best idea, if y is our target, a subject, reduce your burden of the extra variables, even signs. So I bring it down. 1 over y square plus y dy. It will go down negative 1 over x squared dx. This is called separation of variables, or separate the variables. So it's done. Now I can proceed. Step number next is integration. But can I do integration directly? No way. I have to take common out. I get y plus 1. And you know, students, whenever Repeat my words, listen carefully. Whenever two factors or three factors multiply in denominator, we have only one choice, that is called partial fraction. So by partial fraction, no choice we have. When I repeat my words, whenever one factor or sorry, two factors or three factors or four multiply in denominator, not in the numerator, in denominator. So we have a partial fraction. Equation number one. So I will take left hand side alone, 1 over y times 2y plus 1 equal to a over first linear factor plus b over second linear factor, and multiply whole equation with the left hand side denominator, multiply by y times 2y plus 1 everything. When I multiply here, fully cancel one left. One is multiply here, y cancel this left with beside of a. When I multiply here, this cancel and y left beside of b. Now one time I will put this equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So I'm putting here, put y equal to 0. When a 0 putting here, I get only a. When I put 0 here, gone. So a value is 1. Now I put, now first of all, I plug in this equal to 0. Now I'm plugging this equal to 0. So y plus 1 equal to 0. Y is coming minus 1. When I plug in minus 1, student, left hand side will no change, right, remain 1. When I put minus 1 here, minus 1 plus 1, 0. And minus 1 here, I got minus b. So ultimately, I got b is equals to minus 1. So I believe this part is very clear. And we have done the partial fraction. So I am going to put this value here and this minus 1 here. So, and then this value I will replace here. I'm saying put in 1. So left hand side, I have this 1 by this going there, 1 over y. Minus, because I have a b value minus, so I'm here minus, and y plus 1. So minus 1 over y plus 1. And dy is also there, right hand side, negative 1 over x squared dx. If I'm not wrong, check again. Yeah, correct. Now, student, I'm ready to integrate. Just write a word, integrate both sides. When integrate left side, I get a 1 over y dy minus 1 over y plus 1 dy. And here also integration, but here I will bring x up. You know, basic rule, students, when power 1 there, we can look at here. If I have a function down and power 1, I will say logarithm. But if power is not 1, for example, this or y square, I am bound to bring it up and do the basic AS level technique, and that, you know, increase the power by 1 divided by same. So basically, student, what's the rule? We function down, that you know, and derivative up, that you know, and power of function is 1. Like for example, 1. So what is the answer? Logarithm of function. So I'm applying here. So I got a logarithm of y. And logarithm of y plus 1. And what about this? Negative as it is, increase the power by 1. I got minus 1 by minus 1 plus c. Now question come in mind, plus c, which side? Right side, left hand side. So because y is my subject, don't put on the subject side. Even I put not wrong at all, but it will create some issue. So that is why I am avoiding it and I'm writing on the other side. So log of, you know, students, I have a conditions given also. I will first of all rearrange negative, negative, positive 1 by x. Now, student, I use initial condition. X is 1, y1. So I'm using here x1 and y1. Put. So when I plug in 1 here, log of 1 is 0. When I put 1 here and 1 plus 1 is giving a 2, log of 2. When I put 1 here, I got a 1. So C value is coming what with us? -1, negative log of 2. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, up till here, I think point is clear. Now, students, wait a minute, let me check once again. C value is, yeah, correct. Okay. Now, student, what to do? So this value, I'm going to plug in it here. And let's try to do it. So log of, okay, here I can divide, you know how? Because one value up, one down, because negative sign. So I'm writing it up and down like this. And 1 over x as it is, and C value -1, negative log of 2. Okay, students, now what is my target to achieve? Because we have to make y subject. Students, okay? Now we maybe have a different forms, but ultimately we have to cancel this logarithm because we have to make a y subject, he said. So this is a no issue, left-hand side, no issue, but right-hand side, I need a logarithm. How I can do it? Have a look. So this is a log, okay, no problem. These values I can write ln, you know, any number without logarithm. For example, look, I show you here. So for example, 3, we can write 3 into 1, correct? Can I replace 1 by log of e? Yes, because 1. Can I go 3, go in the power of e? Exactly. So whenever any number I need a log form, I will write in power. For example, k, ln e to power k. 5, ln e to power 5. Same story here. Here, not a big issue, but this is a, I can write ln e to power 1 by x. But this you know, ln e, this you know already. So I got all logarithm here. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I can combine one log, negative sign, positive sign. Positive sign value will come in the numerator and other two values will go in denominator. Log cancel out. This part I will do next page. So I am writing now here y over y plus 1 e to power 1 by x over 2e. Okay, student, now how I can make a y alone? Cross multiply. Yes, cross multiply. Okay, so 2e multiply there, 2ey, and y, this multiply with that. So e to power 1 or x times 2y, and this multiply with that. I think clear. Now this will go on the left-hand side. I will get what? 2ey negative. E to power half, well, sorry, 1 by x into y equal to e to power 1 by x. Okay, what is common from student? Y common. 2e minus e to power 1 by x. And equal e to power 1 by x. This will go there, e to power 1 by x over 2e minus e to power 1 by x. If you stop it here, no issue at all. But I know that this is same, so I can divide the whole denominator and numerator with, look, I show you what I'm saying. Look, I'm showing you. Look, I show you blue color. Divided by here, 1 over x, divide by here, and divide by here. So this is not a compulsory, student. We can stop even the top part even. He did not emphasize. This is cancel out. This is cancel out. So we got what? 1. And here, you know, in this is power. E to power 10 by e to power 2. I can say e to power 10 minus 2. So same story here. E to power 1. So I got a 2. E to power 1 minus 1 over x minus 1. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe you got a point. This is a maximum option we have available and we have done it. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Last part is said that what happens to the value of y when x tends to infinity? And the exact form he is asking from us. So no problem. When x tends to infinity, do you know, students? If something by 0, something by 0 is equals to infinity. But if 0 goes there, infinity comes down. So something by infinity equal to 0. So this same approach, we will try to get it here. If I plug in x is equal to infinity, then what will happen, students? Inshallah, you will understand E1 minus 1 over infinity. And 1 over infinity is what? 0. I believe you got my point. So this is E2, this is 0. So 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 you write or you don't write. So this is our final form. He was asking exact form. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, paper is completely over. So best of luck for exams. I hope so you understood the whole paper. And please practice again in case you got a wrong answers and you have some problems. Redo. Okay, reattempting is only choice. Best of luck. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.